Before we can use our roller cover for transferring paint, we need to prep it and prime it. The prepping process is basically removing lint from this roller cover. These fibers are woven onto the roller, and we need to make sure that there aren't going to be any loose ones that end up in our paint. There's nothing more frustrating than rolling onto a surface and leaving all of those lint pieces in our finish. Sometimes we won't even see them until the paint is already dry. So this is a really important step. You'll do it with a new roller. You'll pull it out of its wrapper, and I've got a couple of versions of how to do this. You can either use the round cutout on the 5-in-1, and you can work the fibers like this as you go around, and you're basically pulling out all those loose fibers. As you pull them out, they're going to fall away. They're no longer part of this roller cover. And even if these things are marked or labeled as lint-free, I still don't trust them. This is a quick step to do before you get started with this new roller. Another thing that this tool is good for is kind of fluffing up that surface. If this roller cover has been used before, you might do this at the beginning to kind of bring it back to its shape. Kind of like a brush head, this thing needs to have a full shape to it to load the most amount of paint onto it. The other way to do this would be to use tape. And just like you would take lint off of a sweater, you can wrap a few wraps around your hand, and you can kind of work this over your roller cover. This will also remove any loose fibers and make this roller, prep it ready to then prime. And you can't see this on this tape, but I've got little green lint fibers on this tape. Those fibers would have ended up, if I'd not done this step, they would have ended up in the paint and then on the surface that I was trying to roll. So once we've prepped this roller cover, it's time to prime it. And priming this cover is very important. It will not take paint very well until it's damp. A dry roller cover takes a long time to prime with just paint. So we're going to soak this cover in some water. And it's going to have way too much water to straight away go ahead and paint. So we're going to have to remove most of this water. We just want it damp. At this point that I've got most of the water out, I can use my brush spinner, which is a special tool to remove water from brushes as well. And I can put my roller cover on this, and when I spin it, it's then going to give me a roller cover that is damp with water but not dripping water. This roller cover is now primed and it's ready to be loaded with paint in the paint tray. Now that we've prepped and primed our roller cover, it's time to start painting with it. That's going to be covered in our next video about roller techniques. I want to jump ahead to the end of the process. Now we're ready, we're done with our job, and we have to decide what to do with this cover. Some people like to clean them. They're made to be cleaned. It requires a lot of water. Some people just throw them away because they're not a high dollar item. They consider them disposable. So you get to decide which route you want to go with that, and consider this roller cover a part of the system that can be replaced. So that's a little bit about roller covers, how to clean them, what to do with them when you're done. And I want to mention one last thing is they come in a lot of different colors. Some of them even have candy stripes on them, like a microfiber. It doesn't matter the color of the roller cover. It's random. It's up to the manufacturer. It's up to the materials that they're made out of. It won't have any difference in the way the paint is transferred or the color or appearance of the paint. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next rolling video.